Having a strong, intense personality can sometimes unintentionally lead others to find you intimidating. While your intention is never to make anyone uncomfortable, it's important to recognize the signs and take steps to create a more welcoming environment. This guide will help you understand and address behaviors that might be perceived as intimidating, fostering a more inclusive and supportive atmosphere for everyone. Here are the signs that you may be more intimidating than you think. 1. You're too serious or direct. Maintaining a calm attitude and displaying a confident exterior is a typical sign of strength, especially among intense individuals. However, this posture can create an invisible barrier that people find difficult to overcome. When you keep your feelings locked away, it can be difficult for others to truly connect with you. This can be alleviated by adding a more relaxed, less defensive touch to your interactions. Have you often been told that you're too blunt or even too honest? While most people like to make small talk, this is not your preferred approach. You prefer to focus on big, important, or even abstract issues rather than what you had for lunch, the latest celebrity gossip, or your neighbor's vacation plans. Try to relate to other people by sharing a personal story, showing curiosity and compassion in conversations, and allowing yourself to accept your own weaknesses. By doing this, you demonstrate that behind the composed exterior is an identifiable and understanding individual. Instead of seeing you as distant or unapproachable, they will begin to see you as a sympathetic and caring person. This change in perception can lead to more intense relationships and a stronger sense of community around you. As an individual with an intense personality, your unique purpose includes guiding and uplifting others. By balancing your seriousness with accessibility, you can fulfill this role more effectively. 2. You are extremely assertive. Being able to express your needs to others without disrespecting them is a valuable skill. It allows you to clearly communicate what you want and need. When you express your opinion, it's your opinion. You don't protect or soften the truth. You call it exactly as you see it. However, it's important to recognize that not everyone communicates in the same way. For some, your level of frankness may seem intimidating, and for some, it may even seem aggressive. While it's great to be able to articulate your thoughts and ideas, it's equally important to be aware of how you convey them. By maintaining a friendly tone, you can share your ideas without sounding offensive or arrogant. Individuals with intense personalities have a unique and inspiring light, but that same light can sometimes be overwhelming for those around them. It is therefore essential to balance your assertiveness with a sense of accessibility. By adjusting your interaction style, you can form deeper and more positive connections, making your presence a source of comfort and inspiration. 3. People seem nervous around you. If you notice that people often seem uneasy or anxious in your presence, this could be a sign that they find you intimidating. This behavior is often reflected in their body language, such as avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, or keeping a certain physical distance. For intense individuals, this sense of intimidation can be even more pronounced due to their spiritual aura and inner strength. Those who have an intense personality often carry a powerful presence that, even unintentionally, can cause others to feel nervous. However, it's important to remember that this strength should be used to draw people closer, not push them away. To bridge this gap and build connections, it is essential for those with intense personalities to take the first step. Initiate conversations, show genuine interest in others, and actively participate in group activities. These actions demonstrate not only your willingness to connect, but also the humility and love that are fundamental characteristics of a strong personality. By acting in this way, you not only make the environment more comfortable for others, but also strengthen your mission to be a light in the world. The ability to make others feel at ease is a gift and a demonstration of divine love working through you. Always remember that having an intense personality is not only a privilege, but also a responsibility to reflect grace and compassion in all your interactions. 4. Your ideas and opinions usually remain unchallenged. A clear hint that you may appear intimidating is when you notice that most of your conversations are led by you while others become passive listeners. This can indicate that the people around you are reluctant to express disagreement or disapproval in your presence, either out of fear of conflict or the conviction that their opinions won't be heard. For individuals with intense personalities, this dynamic can be even more pronounced. The strong presence and confidence inherent in such individuals can make others hesitant to share their opinions or question their ideas. However, It's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves listening to and valuing the perspectives of others. By showing that you are willing to listen and consider different points of view, you reflect the humility and empathy that are essential characteristics of a strong personality. Always remember that having an intense personality means leading by example. Cultivating an environment where everyone feels valued and listened to is key. 5. Genuine compliments are rare. When you are seen as intimidating, this can lead the people around you to think too much before saying anything that could be interpreted negatively. This excessive caution can lead them to choose to remain silent. This can affect your desire for praise and feedback, which can be especially disheartening if you have no problem receiving constructive criticism or words of appreciation. For those with intense personalities, this dynamic can be even more noticeable. The strong presence and spiritual aura of such individuals can unintentionally make others hesitant to express their opinions or praise. However, it is crucial to remember that humility and openness are essential qualities for those who have been called to a special mission. To change this negative trend, it's important to take the initiative to openly praise others, acknowledge and celebrate their achievements, encouraging them to show courage and be proud of their accomplishments. Also, express your gratitude for the efforts of others. Simple actions such as thanking them sincerely can make people feel valued and special, while reinforcing the fact that you are willing to return the kindness, regardless of the gesture. 6. You show limited patience for mistakes. Perfectionism and a low tolerance for mistakes can make people around you feel like they're walking on eggshells. If you are easily frustrated by mistakes, whether made by yourself or others, this can create an intimidating, high-pressure atmosphere. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more challenging. The pursuit of excellence and strong spiritual responsibility can lead to a high expectation of perfection. However, it is crucial to remember that patience and empathy are essential virtues for leading and inspiring others. Practicing patience and empathy when dealing with mistakes is crucial. Instead of focusing on criticism, focus on providing constructive feedback. By approaching mistakes in a compassionate and encouraging way, you help create an environment where people feel safe to learn and improve. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also promotes a culture of support and growth. By adopting this practice, you demonstrate that you value the effort and dedication of others, even when the results aren't perfect. This reflects grace and mercy, inspiring others to persevere and grow in their personal and spiritual journeys. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with compassion, creating a space where everyone feels valued and encouraged to do their best. 7. You like to work alone. If you often choose to work alone and excel in doing so, others may find it difficult to keep up with your standards or pace. This can make them feel intimidated, leading them to distance themselves from you. For individuals with intense personalities, this preference for working alone can be even more pronounced. The focus and dedication required to fulfill a higher purpose can sometimes make collaboration seem less efficient. However, it's important to remember that true strength lies in community and mutual support. Although independence is a valuable trait, including others in your work can foster a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. Invite others to join you on projects and be open to their contributions. This not only helps to demystify your work processes, but also creates opportunities for learning and growth for everyone involved. By fostering collaboration, you help others develop their skills and confidence, making them feel valued and included. This approach aligns with your spiritual mission to guide and uplift those around you. By involving others in your work, you not only reduce the intimidation factor, but also strengthen the bonds of trust and cooperation within your community. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with openness and generosity, creating spaces where everyone feels empowered to contribute their best. 8. You are often the decision maker. Consistently finding yourself in charge of decision-making can indicate that others consider you to have a dominant personality. While this is proof of your leadership qualities, it is essential to remember to involve other people too. People want to feel included and have their voices heard. If you're always the one calling the shots, this can create the impression that you're oppressive, even if that's not your intention. For individuals with intense personalities, this dynamic can be even more striking. The spiritual authority and clarity of purpose that such individuals possess can make others feel reluctant to contribute or offer their ideas. To mitigate this impression and foster a more inclusive environment, start proactively seeking out the opinions and ideas of others. When faced with a decision, ask for input and sincerely consider the suggestions offered. Demonstrating that you value others' opinions not only strengthens the bonds of collaboration, but also encourages a sense of belonging and participation. This approach not only distributes leadership responsibility, but also enriches the decision-making process with diverse perspectives. By involving others in decision-making, you foster a culture of mutual respect and teamwork. This collaborative spirit aligns with your spiritual mission to inspire and uplift those around you. By showing that you are open to and value the contributions of others, you reflect the humility and grace that characterize a truly strong personality. 9. People seem to avoid eye contact. If you often notice that people avoid direct eye contact with you, this could be a sign that they find you intimidating. Eye contact is a powerful form of communication, and avoiding it can indicate discomfort or fear. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more noticeable. The strong presence and confident demeanor that such individuals possess can make others feel uneasy or self-conscious. However, it's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves making others feel seen and valued. To alleviate this discomfort, make a conscious effort to maintain gentle, friendly eye contact. A warm smile and a kind expression can go a long way in making people feel at ease. By showing that you are approachable and compassionate, you help to break down barriers and foster more meaningful connections. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also aligns with your spiritual mission to reflect love and kindness in all your interactions. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with grace and empathy, creating a space where everyone feels comfortable and valued. 10. People are often surprised by your kindness. If people often seem surprised by your kindness or generosity, this could be a sign that they find you intimidating. They may not expect such warmth from someone they perceive as strong or serious. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more noticeable. The strong presence and confident demeanor that such individuals possess can sometimes overshadow their compassionate nature. However, it's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves reflecting love and kindness in all your interactions. To change this perception, make a conscious effort to show kindness and empathy in your daily interactions. Simple gestures like a warm smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can go a long way in making people feel valued and appreciated. By demonstrating your compassionate nature, you help to break down barriers and foster more meaningful connections. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also aligns with your spiritual mission to reflect love and kindness in all your interactions. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with grace and empathy, creating a space where everyone feels comfortable and valued. 11. You rarely get invitations to social events. If you notice that you're not often invited to social gatherings or casual get-togethers, this could be a sign that others find you intimidating. They may assume that you're too serious or that you wouldn't be interested in socializing. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more challenging. The focus and dedication required to fulfill a higher purpose can sometimes make socializing seem less important. However, it's important to remember that true strength lies in building relationships and community. To change this perception, make an effort to show interest in social events and activities, attend gatherings, engage in conversations, and show that you value social connections. By demonstrating that you are approachable and enjoy spending time with others, you help to break down barriers and foster a sense of camaraderie. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also aligns with your spiritual mission to inspire and uplift those around you. By participating in social events, you strengthen the bonds of friendship and community, creating a supportive and inclusive environment. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with openness and generosity, creating spaces where everyone feels valued and included. 12. People often seek your approval. If you notice that people frequently seek your approval or validation, this could be a sign that they find you intimidating. They may feel that your opinion holds significant weight and want to ensure that they meet your standards. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more pronounced. The strong presence and spiritual authority that such individuals possess can make others feel that their approval is crucial. However, it's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves empowering others to trust in their own abilities and judgments. To change this dynamic, make a conscious effort to encourage and support others in their endeavors. Show that you value their ideas and efforts, and emphasize that their self-worth is not dependent on your approval. By fostering a sense of autonomy and confidence in others, you help to reduce the intimidation factor and promote a more balanced and empowering environment. This approach aligns with your spiritual mission to inspire and uplift those around you. By empowering others to trust in their own abilities, you create a supportive and inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and capable. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with humility and generosity, creating spaces where everyone feels empowered to contribute their best. 13. You are often misunderstood. If you often find that people misunderstand your intentions or motivations, this could be a sign that they find you intimidating. They may misinterpret your strong presence or confident demeanor as arrogance or aloofness. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more challenging. The focus and dedication required to fulfill a higher purpose can sometimes make it difficult for others to understand your motivations. However, it's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves clear and compassionate communication. To change this perception, make an effort to clearly articulate your intentions and motivations. Show that you are open to questions and feedback, and take the time to explain your perspective. By demonstrating your willingness to communicate openly and honestly, you help to break down barriers and foster more meaningful connections. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also aligns with your spiritual mission to inspire and uplift those around you. By communicating clearly and compassionately, you create a supportive and inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with grace and empathy, creating a space where everyone feels comfortable and valued. 14. You prefer meaningful conversations. If you often find yourself gravitating towards deep, meaningful conversations rather than small talk, this could be a sign that others find you intimidating. While many people enjoy lighthearted chit-chat, you may prefer discussions that delve into important or abstract topics. For individuals with intense personalities, this preference for meaningful conversations can be even more pronounced. The focus and dedication required to fulfill a higher purpose can make small talk seem trivial. However, it's important to remember that building relationships often starts with simple, everyday interactions. To bridge this gap, make an effort to engage in lighthearted conversations and show interest in the daily lives of those around you. By participating in small talk, you demonstrate that you value all aspects of communication, not just the deep and meaningful ones. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also strengthens the bonds of friendship and community. By showing that you are approachable and enjoy all forms of conversation, you help to create a supportive and inclusive environment. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with openness and generosity, creating spaces where everyone feels valued and included. 15. You have high standards. If you have high standards for yourself and others, this could be a sign that people find you intimidating. While it's important to strive for excellence, it's also important to recognize that not everyone can meet your standards. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more pronounced. The focus and dedication required to fulfill a higher purpose can lead to high expectations. However, it's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves patience and understanding. To change this dynamic, make a conscious effort to acknowledge and appreciate the efforts of others, even if they don't meet your standards. Show that you value their contributions and encourage them to keep striving for improvement. By demonstrating your appreciation for their efforts, you help to create a more supportive and inclusive environment. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also aligns with your spiritual mission to inspire and uplift those around you. By acknowledging and appreciating the efforts of others, you create a supportive and inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and encouraged. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with grace and empathy, creating spaces where everyone feels empowered to contribute their best. 16. You often take the lead. If you often find yourself taking the lead in group situations, this could be a sign that people find you intimidating. While it's important to have strong leadership qualities, it's also important to recognize that not everyone feels comfortable taking a back seat. For individuals with intense personalities, this can be even more pronounced. The focus and dedication required to fulfill a higher purpose can make it natural for you to take charge. However, it's important to remember that true spiritual leadership involves empowering others to lead as well. To change this dynamic, make a conscious effort to share leadership responsibilities and encourage others to take the lead. Show that you value their ideas and contributions and support them in their leadership roles. By fostering a sense of shared leadership, you help to create a more balanced and inclusive environment. This approach not only reduces the intimidation factor, but also aligns with your spiritual mission to inspire and uplift those around you. By empowering others to lead, you create a supportive and inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and capable. Remember that having an intense personality means leading with humility and generosity, creating spaces where everyone feels empowered to contribute their best. In conclusion, recognizing and understanding these signs can help you to better navigate your interactions with others. By making conscious efforts to be more approachable, supportive, and inclusive, you can help to reduce the intimidation factor and foster more meaningful connections. Remember that true strength lies in empowering and uplifting those around you, creating a supportive and inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and capable.